This is Louie Mack.
And you're listening to
the Vulgar Parenting Podcast.
Here we go. Episode 10, August 16th, 2017. What's up? This is Scotty Boombox, and you're listening to the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Yes. Episode 10. Did you think we'd make it this far?
No.
Well, we curse, we drink, we laugh, and we parent. This is the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Thank you for listening. Subscribe now on iTunes. Give us that 5-star rating. We will read it on air, no matter what it says. Like and share the Vulgar Parenting Podcast on Facebook. Follow us online at Vulgar Parenting on both Twitter and Instagram. Email us, vulgarparenting@gmail.com. And of course, if you can't remember any of that, go check out vulgarparenting.com. The Vulgar Parenting Podcast is brought to you by SHS Audio Department. Check out SHS Audio Department for all your pro audio needs, including DJ services, audiobook and podcast production, music production and music licensing, multimedia services, and creative consulting. Check out SHSAudioDepartment.com. All right, let's get to the hosts. I'm going to bring it first to my life coach over here, Mr. Ryan Choops. What's going on with you, brother?
What up, what up? I'm not going to lie. I've never seen you more hyped to do that intro than I did just now. I was impressed.
Thanks,
you were
man.
like fist pumping and like pointing, and you were excited.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's all for Ric Flair. He's in the hospital, so we gotta pay it forward.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
He's in bad shape.
What happened?
Heart,
I believe that.
it's cardiovascular.
Very excited.
That bright
Present.
red face,
Yeah.
always yelling.
Always, I believe that.
Yeah.
Did you say Ricky Fowler?
Ric Flair, the nature boy.
Fowler. Rest in peace, Ricky
I don't know
Fowler.
who that is.
You don't know who the nature boy Ric Flair is?
The wrestler? Woo!
All right, well,
right.
Shout out to Ric Flair. Get
I hope he's
better.
doing
Get better, my brother.
Anyway, you can find me on Instagram at rchoops or Twitter, Ryan C. Life Coach.
Nice. Get that critical life feedback
For
you
free.
need in your life.
We're hooking some people up tonight.
Oh, we got 5 of them coming at you tonight. You better be ready with that life guidance.
So ready.
All right. My main man, my bodyguard.
What's up?
My president,
That's right.
President Miller.
And as your president, I condemn white nationalists. And Nazis
Thank
and all
you.
those
I
people.
appreciate that.
Nazis riding hell.
Maybe this president will teach another.
So
There
the
you go. All right.
bald head is a genetic thing and not a choice, correct?
Yeah, your skinhead is a genetic thing.
Shit.
We will
Right.
laugh at anything here on
Yeah.
the show. I think we've proven that.
You guys can find me at President Miller on all the places.
On all the places. All right. And myself, Scotty Boombox. Check me out at Scotty Boombox. Where the hell? Who cares? No one really does. At Scotty Boombox on every single social media ever, including MySpace and Friendster. All right, it's time to ask
And
our...
Tinder.
Oh, and Tinder. Please. Yeah. Oh, God.
Thank God your wife doesn't listen to this podcast.
She hates everything I do.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out.
What's up?
All right, first up, in What's Up? What's up with these headlines, y'all? All right.
People are losing their goddamn minds.
Left and right in America. It is
It's a rough week.
We had a lot of opportunity for content in this week's show.
Yeah.
America gone wild. First up, this comes to us from the New York Post. A Metallica family outing gone wrong. Headline reads, "Man busted for peeing on a family at a Metallica concert." Here's what this metalhead apparently thinks about family values. A man was busted at a Metallica concert in Glendale, Arizona after allegedly urinating on a family of 3, local channel ABC 15 reported. All right, so the guy's sitting there, right? He's sitting there. He was seated in front of this guy. He's 44, Daniel Daddio. By the way, if you look at his mugshot, pretty normal looking dude. Like,
He doesn't look strange.
no, does not look like a wild man who's
No.
peeing at Lollapalooza with his face painted and no shoes, crawling around him. You know what I mean? Like, he's
Yeah.
not. He doesn't look like a
He looks like
public.
a
And he
cop.
doesn't even look fucked
He
up.
does look like a cop.
He looks like a cop.
He totally looks like a cop. So excellent description for those at home. So family of 3, dad, mom, daughter, 10-year-old daughter.
Which
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
We do
Pump the
the
brakes.
vulgar parenting section, and I feel like it's a near miss of just like, why did you take your? If it wasn't for the fact that you had front row tickets, I would say you're like, why are you taking your 10-year-old daughter to this?
I mean, exactly.
Has
my point.
Metallica put out a song since this in the last 10 years?
They had a pretty popular album not too long ago come out.
I wouldn't.
You are not. Stop trying to act like you a Metallica expert.
It's not that I'm a Metallica expert.
Okay.
But I mean, we have friends who their little boy
Yeah, they go to everything.
AC/DC, Rock on the Range, and
Yeah.
he's maybe just a year or two older than Lou, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's out there. Like,
I
if she
guess.
wants to go, let's go.
Either way, I've heard some parents go, well, you know, what's going to happen? You know, it's a professional setting. You got to know your surroundings, dude.
Yeah.
That's the same reason why I'm not taking my kids to no NFL games. It's the same thing. Someone's going to pee on you at an NFL game. Am I right? Especially if you go to, like, Buffalo.
Yes.
Good night.
Bills Mafia.
Hashtag Bills Mafia.
That's right.
All right, so
So he pees on the kid.
they were seated in front of Danielle Daddio. What a great last name for this podcast, by the way. Mr. Daddio, 44, when they, quote, felt warm liquid washing over their backs and legs.
Like, he got him.
Oh, God. That's
Got
the
him.
worst statement ever. When you know that they're like the
Right.
warm urine washing over their backs and legs.
Read the next paragraph because it gets good.
Oh, the father turned around and saw Daddio holding his genitals. He confronted the brazen offender, who just shrugged in response. Oh, he was heavily intoxicated
Like,
at the time, according to police.
What kind of parent just like, this dude whipped it out and pissed all over my 10-year-old daughter and then doesn't beat his ass?
I cannot believe the guy looks that good in his mugshot. Right. He
Yeah.
should have had a black eye, a couple scrapes on his
No,
face.
absolutely.
You know he's heavily
Right.
intoxicated. He just urinated all over you. Dude, trust me. You urinate on my daughter, I'm throwing. I'm probably gonna lose. I'm not very large, but I'm throwing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose it, dude. I'm gonna seriously
Oh,
lose my
without a
shit.
doubt.
And I've already. And if
you
I'm at a
peed on me,
Metallica,
I would.
if I'm at a Metallica concert, I'm drinking. Mostly just to cope, but
Yeah.
I'm drinking.
I went to
right?
my first rock concert ever last night.
You did. I saw your Snapchat.
It was wild. I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
You okay? The best part is when I saw you post on Facebook. You said, "I saw crowd surfing for the first time. I thought that was just on TV and in movies."
Well, no, because like the concerts that I typically go to, like if you bump into somebody, like you're getting your ass beat at minimum. Like you don't step on people's shoes. Like
You're not jumping on top of their head
No,
to crowd
fuck
surf.
No. And like people are like willingly just like jumping on top of each other, and like you would see people and they would crowd surf, they'd make it to the front, and then they had bouncers that like 85% of the time caught them, 15% of the time you went like head first into the concrete.
Oh, odds are you're getting dropped.
And then
Yeah.
they would just run around like the front of the stage, and then like 5 minutes later, the same person would keep like it was just like I paid $50 to just jump on top of people for 3 hours. It was weird.
White people.
Yeah, didn't
All
love
right.
it.
Miller, what are you gonna do, dude? Peace on your family at your precious Metallica concert.
A lot. I'm gonna do a lot.
A lot of bad.
Yeah, it's a
Bad
lot. I mean,
things.
I will say this. It's a Metallica concert. Yes, I'm there with my child, but maybe he was a little too drunk to throw. But
So maybe that's why he got spared. Maybe he just fell over after that.
right.
Dude, I don't care, man. I'm going top rope, elbow. I just did.
You just did.
I just did on my phone.
Ooh.
No, yeah, there's some shit's about to happen. I'm
All right. Well, that's what's up.
What's up?
Next up in What's Up, this comes to us from The Sun. Headline reads, "In love-making memory, sex robots are being made to look like customers' dead wives, and one firm insists it's the best way to help with their grief." I'm going to give you one guess of where this company's based.
Japan?
America.
Oh, USA.
America. Oh, yeah, Japan? Yeah, weird
They're
stuff.
into weird stuff.
They sell, like, worn panties in, like,
Yeah,
candy
Prez
dispensers
was
and
telling
shit.
me
That's real.
about some weird Japanese porn the other last week?
It was never.
All right. For many people, the social aspects of owning a sex bot are far more important than the physical side of things. The social aspect, I love that. Okay, so sex robots have become so lifelike that bereaved men are flocking to order dolls designed to resemble their dead partners. The Sun Online spoke to True Companion, the American company behind the world's first sex robot, to learn what people are really looking for in their doll lovers. All right. So a few episodes back,
It's kind of touching.
I love that this is plucking your heartstrings.
Yeah.
Because we talked about whether or not you would remarry in a couple episodes back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, okay. So let me pose the next question to you, fellas.
Right.
Okay. Miller, if Mags dies, and you're old, okay, you're an older dude, like,
Right.
there's no point in getting yourself back on the market. Maybe there is. Maybe we need to talk to OurTime.com. Have you seen OurTime.com?
Yes, yeah.
That's the older, like,
Tinder.
like older.
like
Tinder's more like
dating,
like
yeah.
eHarmony.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
For old people.
so Max passes away, right? Heaven forbid. We all know you're gonna die before her. And then you're, I don't know, 70s ish.
Right.
And you've got the money from that sweet life insurance policy. Do you spend some of her life insurance policy on a sexual robot designed to look somewhat like her?
So, like, say I'm 70. That
Yeah.
means she passed away at 72.
Okay.
Do I have to do the model as a 72-year-old
That's what I was going
Max?
to ask. Like, do you
Or
go
can
like
I go like 30-year-old Max?
I'm guessing that they don't sell a lot of the 70-year-old model sex doll. That's a
'Cause then-
very smaller market.
Because then I feel like you're a perv.
If
you're
you go
72,
30?
you're going
Oh,
30.
because you're not a perv for not getting a sex for getting a 30-year-old sex doll.
Wait, so you would do 30? You would go 30.
Oh, excellent!
Or
I
would
like
you
where
go
this is going.
70?
What age? What's the prime sex doll age?
Okay, so like you're 70 years old and your wife passes and you're going to buy a sex doll of your wife. Are you going like
How she passed
in
away.
her Oh, so you're going like current state. Or
I think
you're
out
not,
of respect for her, yeah, I'm going current state. 'cause I feel like she
Dude,
think
I
I was cheating on her.
I can see your wife influencing your answers because you know she's going to hear this. All right,
What
I'm going to
about
kick it to
you?
Choops. No, me?
Yeah.
I ain't getting a sex doll. I don't know, man. I want to clean
That's
that
not
out.
part of the deal.
No,
you have to,
if you have to choose.
if you had to choose,
Oh, if I
are
had to
you
choose.
going, are you
I'm
going
sorry.
like
We've already advanced to this next
30-year-old
question.
Whitney or are you going 70-year-old Whitney?
I don't know what 70-year-old Whitney is like. I mean, if 70-year-old Whitney's in a wheelchair, that's fucked up. But I'm just saying, as a
Let's say,
general
like,
rule,
your
I'm definitely
average.
going with like. I mean, I don't want to go like early 20s. Like, I would go like
I'm going prime.
30, 32.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I definitely think Whit's in her prime.
No, I would absolutely.
And I
not.
can say that knowing she'll never fucking hear this because she doesn't listen to this shit.
She knows better. I would definitely go prime.
I love how
I think I'd go prime too.
in this
You
article.
just said you'd go current state.
Nah, I think I'd
You
go
changed
prime.
your mind. I talked you
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, I'd go
You literally just said right now it's not prime. I love it. You're in so much shit.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, he
No, I'm
said
saying-
he's at first he said he would go 70-year-old. Like
Right.
if she
So
died
I'm
at
saying
70.
not now. I'm going with
okay.
prime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're
Like
so
I'm not
now,
saying you
yeah.
have to go creepy and go like 21-year-old, but
No,
like
that is weird.
if you
yeah.
go like 35 to 40, where it's kind of like, you know, that's where I would go.
I love it. All right. Okay, so
But I think it's touching. I like it.
back to this article. I love how they spoke with the guy who's behind it, Douglas Hines, the engineer who brought True Companion's customizable bots to life, told us there's far more to sex robots than meets the eye. Meanwhile, the photo of him, what is she wearing, dude? like, oh, it's not just sex. Oh yeah, dude, you have her in thigh-high fishnets, a thong, and a camisole. Like, okay, then put her in sweats and put her on the couch under a quilt watching Netflix.
Ooh,
don't
Let's be
bullshit
honest
me.
here. Let's be
that
honest
was
here.
that was a little quick. Was that a
He's
little
trying
close?
to sell it. He's trying to sell this as not a sex toy because there's so much to it. Yet he's putting it on a black leather couch dressed in a fucking stripper's outfit.
But like let's say there's no Louie, no Lena. It's just you and Whit in this home.
Okay.
Then you have your choice. Whitney can walk around all day in sweatpants and a baggy t-shirt, or she can walk around in a thong and a camisole.
If you think there's a choice, you're obviously not married yet.
Right.
Well, I'm not. Next year. But no, like I'm saying if it was your choice,
My choice.
Yeah.
And there was no kids.
no kids, because that would
And
be weird.
and the blinds were drawn.
Yes, blinds were drawn.
All right.
Just
Yeah. I want my wife in a cami or whatever the hell these things are called.
So that's what Douglas chose.
Yeah, Douglas. He's speaking to his own heart.
Yeah.
Way to go, Douglas.
Big things.
All right.
What's up?
All right, next up, and our final piece for What's Up, news from Vice. Shout out to Vice. They've done some great work here recently. This comes from Tess Owen. She writes for Vice News. Here's the headline. Teachers have the right to sleep with their students. An Alabama judge rules. An Alabama law barring teachers from having sex with their students was ruled as unconstitutional on Thursday by a state judge who also dismissed charges against 2 instructors who were facing 20 years behind bars for sleeping with their students. One was a guy, one was a girl. I like that. Okay, both sides of the fence here.
Yeah.
Carrie, 44, and David, 27. Right? They're in the same district, right? Anyways, it says that under
They're in
state
the
law,
same district?
it says charges against a former high school teacher, Carrie Witt, and David Solomon, a former aide at a different school.
Whatever,
But
it is what it is.
yeah, anyway, under law, school employees engaging in a sex act or deviant sexual intercourse with a student, even if consensual, face not only possible jail time, but also a lifetime on the sex offender registry. But Witt was accused of sleeping with 2 students aged 17 and 18, and Solomon with a 17-year-old, right? And since 2010, Alabama's law states that that this is unconstitutional because it treats educators differently than other citizens, right? So, age of consent, obviously 17. I think, Miller, you said it was 16.
I think it's
Depending
like
on the
16 or
state.
17.
Well, I think it's state by state. I think
It
it ranges between 16 and 18.
Yeah, so, wow, finally, teachers getting their equal rights in Alabama. What do you think? Do you think there should be extra jail time for sleeping
Here's
with a
what I
student?
think. Great. Give Nick Saban another recruiting advantage.
This is probably the Nick Saban law.
Right. Right. Why are all these teachers hot? Well, we got a recruiting class coming in for a visit.
There you go.
There
Choops,
you
do you feel like high school teachers should be able to
Sleep with their students as long as they're old enough.
be consensual? Do you think there should be any penalty for it?
Oh, I mean, the normal person in me wants to say it should not be allowed. You are granted a kind of a level of authority, and you don't want them to abuse that. But on the other end, it's kind of funny. So it's kind of like, who's banging the teacher this week?
My only thing is like, and I said this last week when we were talking about hot car deaths. Why is everything 20 years? Like,
Yeah.
dude, whoa. Like, okay, so like if you have consensual sex with an 18-year-old who is your student, yeah, you should probably lose your job. And if that's like a rule that you signed that you wouldn't
Yeah.
break, and that's going to cost you money, and you wear this
It's
sort of like
it's
a
a
scarlet
form-
letter,
Yeah.
and everyone in the community knows you, and you probably have to move away, so you probably have to like, relocate. You've already lost your income. There's like embarrassment. Again, classic America, criminal justice system. Let's throw 20 years, okay?
That's a little extreme.
Should it be like a year plus probation, and then
Yeah.
you get more? I mean, it's like, damn, dude.
Well,
20
and I'm all
years.
for you like losing your teacher's license and stuff like that. But I think,
Absolutely.
but it kind of makes sense on the other end. Like, not saying I'm going to, but like me at 32 years old, like, Life Coach can over here and sleep with a 17-year-old girl, but because of what I went to school for, I can't. Like that. I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, I get both ends of the story. I
You
think
want the right type of people in front of your kids.
No, for sure.
Guiding their life. See what I did there?
Boom.
Let's get it. Guiding life. Especially for our 10th episode, we took 5 lucky Twitter users and listeners that have been selected to receive unsolicited parenting and relationship advice from the Life Coach, Ryan Choops. Guiding Life is brought to you by RyanChoopsLifeCoach.com, making good decisions better and bad decisions worse. Since 1985, for all your life coaching needs, get that critical feedback that you need in your life at RyanChoopsLifeCoach.com. Tweet to Choops at RyanCLifeCoach or email RyanChoopsLifeCoach@gmail.com. Get your life right at RyanChoopsLifeCoach.com today. All right, first up, here we go from 107.9 The Link. love this terrestrial radio station just dropping parental advice questions on Twitter. They write, if your 5-year-old asked to have pink hair, would you dye it for her?
No.
You're not doing the pink hair.
No.
not?
I mean, this goes down. This is like a very personal question for me, I think. So I have like one giant fear in my life.
That Amber's going to start dyeing her hair rainbow colors?
She knows better. No, like, okay, so like a few years ago when my grandma had passed, you know how you make those like picture boards? I'm gonna try and make this as short and sweet as possible. Make a picture board, so we're going through and looking at all these old family pictures, and all I did was made fun of like my dad and my aunts and my uncles for looking ridiculous in their old pictures. So from that point forward, I've determined that I'm only going neutral, like colored clothes. Like I wear gray and blue t-shirts. I wear like nothing crazy. Like,
You're wearing a teal tank top.
bro, tanks are a different story. That's a lifestyle.
That's definitely flair.
No, hold on here. Anyway, because my fear is that one day, like, my kids are gonna see old pictures of me. You know, like your boy had like the bleach blonde hair back in like 9th or 10th grade. Like, and if my kids ever see those pictures, they're gonna make fun of me. So that's like a fear of mine. So I would do it to protect my child. I would not allow her to dye her hair pink because one day her kids are going to look at those photos and make fun of her, and I'm just going to save her from that.
Interesting. Miller, what do you think?
I think you're way too deep into it.
That was wild.
No, that's like a life fear of mine, though. Legitimately.
Fear.
Yeah.
Life fear. Little guiding light.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Get your hair did, girl.
Do it, girl.
So you'd let Lena?
Hell yeah. Bro, I had every color hair in the book. Everyone. There's so many dumb photos of me. You gotta live and let live. Just let it go.
Where are those pictures at? Are you going to show them to me?
No, luckily I'm old and I grew up before social media.
See?
I saw a photo of him. He looked like the Springfield version of Slim Shady and
Scott Weiland.
It's Scott Weiland mixed together with frosted tips.
Oh yeah, bro. I had eyeliner and everything.
Yeah.
See, but you don't like put those pictures out there because you know damn well that. Like,
yeah, but
all right, listen. All right, just for the listeners.
I'm gonna get you on my
just
side.
Just for the listeners, I am gonna drop one on our Instagram page. I'll do it.
Deal.
A real bad one. Bad one, like one with me like flexing with blonde hair, earrings, and my first tattoo. Like I thought I was so badass. Anyway, all right. Next up, at Meg SC, she tweets, "How do you draw a rocket ship that doesn't look like a penis? Hashtag parenting advice."
Ooh.
Wow, I don't know what kind of penises you've seen, Meg. But if there's smoke coming off of it, you might want to have them look at it.
Yeah.
With a doc.
Well, no, but if the smoke's coming out from the bottom, like that could be misconstrued as the pubes, right?
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Because that's going to come out from the bottom.
Okay.
You know, you have the red tip. You know, whatever.
Well, the red, yeah. Okay, there's your advice, Meg. Stop drawing them in red.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm the worst person for this because
Less
spaceships don't have mouths.
You gotta
least artistic.
I think you gotta draw them.
I go NASA ship style, like the isn't Challenger and Explorer like?
Yeah, sure.
It
looks more like
an airplane than it does like a rocket
there
ship.
There it is. A, put wings on it.
Yep.
That's first step. 2, don't do smoke. Smoke looks like pubes. Do fire. Right, you got to fire out of the rocket, so it looks more like a comet. You do the smoke, it's definitely pubes. Yeah. Don't don't give it a red tip. Yeah, don't give it a red tip.
Do it like
or
in
purple.
Green and what's another not red or purple?
Yeah,
color?
green. Yeah,
green and blue.
Make it camo. Make it like a
boom.
Make it like an
army one.
Exactly, it's like an army rocket.
I've used
color
a camo condom.
Exactly, which is coming up later for
camo condoms.
Yeah, condomdepot.com. They have those, but that's our later plug. Y'all just got some free money. Better email me. All right, next up, at JobStars app. Question for all the parents: do you limit your children's screen time?
This is like TV stuff.
Yeah. So, Choops, what do you think about kids watching too much TV, iPads, phones, movies?
I mean, I'm not a parent, but I would say that's probably a good thing.
Should you limit it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the dumbest
Because
food
I
I've ever
think-
had.
yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, dude, you gotta.
You have to teach those kids to be social and
I'll
stuff.
put them on a timer.
Yeah.
Like, we set the timer
You get
on
like 25 minutes or something like that.
on the fucking microwave.
Really?
Oh yeah, 20 minutes, and he has to spend a ticket. He gets he gets 3 15-minute tickets a day. gets to choose when he's going to use them or not. If he burns them all in the morning, you don't get iPad for the rest of the day. You want to
Could
do
he like
45
save
minutes.
up for 3 days and have like 9 tickets?
Oh,
and,
he earns tickets. Sure. He also earns time by
doing like chores or something.
Yeah,
like that.
every day he has like you got to get up
This
and
is
get dressed.
thought out.
What?
This is thought out.
Oh, I was here when they
Yeah,
were.
this is
mapping
my
this
wife,
thing
dude.
out,
This is
yeah.
my wife's a guidance counselor. This
That's
ain't
true.
from me, dog. I'm the vulgar parent. She's like the really good one. Shout out, Whitney. I love you. All right. Yeah, duh. Jobstars app. I don't know what your app does, but I'm telling you right now, it seems to generate stupidly obvious questions. Next up, Lady Ali tweets. She's at Ali Khaleesi _ By the way, Ali Khaleesi, I don't know what the hell that is, but it sounds sexy as hell, and I'm all about it. What's up?
Khaleesi's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other part.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that. Is that a good show?
You said.
I couldn't. I made it through like 4 seasons and gave up.
That's good, though. 4 seasons is deep.
I mean,
I think I saw half of one. I think there was wolves and a dragon in it, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
yeah. And as much as like I wish I liked it because everybody loves it, but
I know. I
just
feel like
couldn't
I'm
do it.
like out of touch.
yeah,
Yeah, you are.
All right. Anyway.
because you're not a millennial.
Oh, I know. I'm so old. I just actually referenced MySpace in this episode too.
Friendster.
Shoot me now.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Lady Ali tweets, because you're a fucking millennial Miller. Lady Ali tweets at Ali Khaleesi. Can you give a toddler melatonin? President Miller. First off, let's establish what is melatonin.
It's like it's a drug that will put you to sleep.
Yeah. It's
There
like
you
a
go.
natural drug that like starts your sleep cycle.
Okay, cool. What do you think, Choops? You think that Ali Khaleesi should give her toddler melatonin?
I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm a life coach, but I would go, yeah. I mean,
Get your sleep, girl.
yeah. I mean,
Whatever
well,
you
like,
get-
no,
you
like
need to
I
do
know,
to
of,
get
like
your you
I've heard,
time.
like I said, I've heard of like people giving their
Self-care.
kids what's the Benadryl and stuff like that. Like,
Dude,
give
it
some
specifically says on the box, do not give to children to induce sleep. Like, that's the
Benadryl
first
or
warning on
melatonin.
on Benadryl. Like, you cannot do that. You're not supposed to give kids Benadryl to make them sleep.
Do you know how many things in our collective lives that we've done that you're quote unquote not supposed to do?
Yeah, to yourself, though. You can't do that shit to kids.
Whatever.
I'm pretty positive.
My kids are
my
gonna-
parents rubbed, like, whiskey on my gums when I was
Yeah.
teething. Yeah, I know. But, yeah, I can't do that shit now. Anyway.
Why not?
Anyway. Melatonin, though, it's supposed to be
It's
some
supposed to be,
natural
like,
thing.
natural.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
so
I take it
how do you feel
sometimes.
about that? So, you take it sometimes? Does it
Yeah.
work? That's awesome that you do. You gotta be kidding me. You take melatonin?
Yeah, because your boy doesn't like to sleep.
Yeah. that's
Like
why
I'll
we-
be up to like 3 a.m. every day.
Yeah, dog. That's why we get along.
That's right. I'm a night owl, but
We
like there's
shutting
days
down the
that you gotta.
club,
There are days
shutting
that
down
I
the
gotta get up
club.
early, so I will.
but I gotta get up early.
I mean, and it's not one of those things like you take it and in like 5 minutes you're like drooling.
It's
and
not like an
snoring.
Ambien.
No. Like it's basically it starts your sleep cycle, so it's
Okay.
basically just giving it a little extra kick.
All right.
I mean, but I don't know how you're gonna give it to your kid because they're in like weird like capsules.
You can probably split it and sprinkle it in some
No, but it's
applesauce
like
or some shit.
no, because it's like a.
I don't know.
Like the ones I get, they're like those little like plastic capsules that
Yeah.
have like the ground up stuff in it. So it's not like it's a traditional pill.
Yeah, it's like because
Yeah.
I take like milk thistle and some other stuff.
So
and,
I don't know how you're gonna. I mean, unless you
turmeric,
like
and it's
mix
like a
it in
powder
with a
and-
cereal or something.
or mix it in with like applesauce or something.
Oh.
It's kind of like how you give medicine to like a dog
Yeah.
too. Anyway, my thing is, hey, Lady Ali, you know what you can give your toddler? Exercise. Hey, get your kid outside. Well, have them run themselves to death so they fall asleep. It's probably a little more healthier. Try that first before you go to the pill format.
There you go.
I know you need a little you time. I need a lot of me time. But run your kid.
Or like a schedule, like just a regular
Yeah,
schedule.
just put them on a regular schedule.
Seems
So
easy
if
enough.
nothing else, the kid knows he's going to be
So
he
melatonin's
or she is
the
going to
third
be
step.
in. Yeah, and then after that, also
drugs.
talk to a doctor. Never tweet us for this kind of shit. You crazy girl.
Whatever.
Lady Ali, shout out. Thanks for the writing it in. Excellent question. Now, finally, we got a serious one. And this one, it really kind of struck a chord with me. One, because he emailed us.
Yeah, which is smart. Remember, you can email or tweet if you want it to
private-
be like private reasons.
Private reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
Feel free to email.
To
in.
then be read.
Because
For the masses.
I know I'm keeping his name out of it. I just decided because it is private, I am keeping
Yeah.
his name out of it.
I like it.
But well said, yeah, because I almost just said his name. All right. So this comes to a friend of ours, apparently, from Columbus. I actually don't know who the hell this is, but he wrote, started listening this week. This is, we'll call him John, all right? This is John from Columbus. Started listening this week. Got a few baby mamas, and 2 of them want to marry me. Not sure what I should do. Team Kalisha or Team Laquanda? Also, how do I tell my kids I'm about to pick between their mamas? Oof. Please help. Really. Now, he's got, 2-parter.
Yeah.
First part, he's got 2 women. The names aren't really important.
Nope.
He needs to know how to decide.
Yes.
2,
How to break
it
it to the kids.
I feel like the names are important though because we named him John.
oh, it is John. Okay,
It's whatever. It doesn't
let's
matter.
name him.
Kalisha and Laquanda hooked up with a John.
All right. It's,
We'll call him John. It works.
yeah, all right.
It's not. I mean,
Damn
the
it,
name
Miller.
isn't the name isn't the issue here. The
Fucking
issue
Miller.
is that this man needs to know what to do.
We got you.
Okay. So let's just step by step. The ladies. I mean, first, I just want to say game recognized game and respect
Wow,
the fact
hey.
respect the fact that this man's got 2 girls fighting over
Boss
him,
move.
and like both of them want to marry him. Like you're
Power.
doing something right.
Power move.
So feel free to email back in, and we can next week we'll give some people some advice on how to juggle women. So that was the first thing I wanted to say.
Because you know that the women know that each other exists.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. They
If
do.
you have multiple children, you ultimately know, right? It's
Yeah.
not like
no. There's no
this-
hiding. This is
and
not a
there's no-
side chick.
there's
This
no
is out
side
in the
piece.
open.
Yeah, there's no
Some
side
Monica
piece.
and Brandy shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I love he didn't say 2 baby mama. He said few baby mama. But right now there's 2 of
There's
them.
2 of them that are
2
fighting
of
over
possibly
him.
more that want to marry him.
Yes.
Stacy
absolutely.
didn't make the final 2.
No.
Becky.
Ooh, Becky. So that's the first one, and I mean, I wish you were here so I could ask you some more questions, and like, what do you see in both of them and stuff like that. I mean, but realistically, I
definitely.
feel like you can't go completely wrong because both of them know, and they still love
still
you.
wanna
They
marry
still
you.
want to marry you, so you're doing
Yeah.
something right in that sense. I would go off of looks and what they're bringing to the table. Like,
It's the worst shit
all right,
ever. You
no,
cannot say that.
let's go the other way. Like, what do they bring to the table? Like, which
I like
one?
that. Make some pros and cons.
Yeah, do a
John,
checklist.
John,
and
make a little pro and
yeah.
con. Find out. Okay?
pro con, but looks should be in the pro con list.
Well, yeah, don't. I mean,
Yeah.
you're definitely not gonna tell the guy pick the ugly one,
No, for sure, but
which is so hollow and terrible to say.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our female listeners.
Yeah.
I'm not that shallow,
no
and that's why he's not saying it either.
pro con list. Do it that way. And then as far as like telling the kids, like, I don't know. I'm a big honesty is the best policy. I would just tell them like, look, this is what's going on. Like,
Definitely. Some
I love
solid advice
you.
there.
I
Honesty is the best
it-
policy.
just because things didn't work out with me and mom doesn't mean I don't love you and don't want to be a part of your life. And obviously, you're going to be breaking one of these women's heart because it sounds like you're ready to settle down. Kudos to you. But, keep things obviously cordial with the other parent because the last thing you want to do is ruin your relationship with your kid over 2 women.
That is the best summary of
Yeah.
this situation. Take care of your kids.
Yeah, kids first.
Because
Yep.
you don't want to be messing them up over 2 ladies who obviously love you very much. Also, be tactful because they still your baby mamas. You still got to be dealing with them in a little bit.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for writing in. All right.
I think we just crossed through 5 of those.
We did. Nice 5 for the 10th episode. We had to come at you a little more rapid
not
fire
ready.
there, Choopsies.
Was not ready.
All right. Well, tell them where they can hit you up for that fine life coach.
Feel free to tweet out any issues, Ryan C. Life Coach. You can email at Ryan Choops Life Coach, gmail.com.
Yep.
Or obviously, anything at Vulgar Parenting as well. We'll get back to me and we'll go through it that way.
That's what it is. The private line is that Gmail.
Yes, absolutely. If you want to be private and like,
Hit the Gmail.
Yeah.
If you got a good one that's entertaining, tweet at us.
yes,
There it is.
boom.
All right. Well, very excited for this week because, as we hinted at earlier in the week, I had a good friend of mine come into the studio, to the SHS Audio Department studio. actually was inspiring to me because we have similar backgrounds and inspired me to start this podcast. So, hey kids, it's story time. Storytime is brought to you by the True Crime Garage podcast. Each week, Nick and the Captain fire up the True Crime Garage flying ship filled with beer, great discussion, and listener participation. The garage covers a new case each week, from headline news to local real-life horror stories. Discussions about serial killers like Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and BTK. Cold cases like John Benet Ramsey, O.J. Simpson, alongside the Zodiac Killer, disappearances, missing persons, unsolved mysteries. They're all on tap, along with craft beers from all over the world. If you like to kick back and have a little fun with your true crime, then this show is for you and your friends. Remember, don't take yourself too seriously, because if you do, nobody else will. Check out truecrimegarage.com. That's truecrimegarage.com. Well, this is a special day for story time because I didn't take myself too seriously. And I'm happy to see that that's why we're here today. I'm with the Captain, one of the two co-hosts of the True Crime Garage podcast. The Captain for a number of years now.
Scotty's such a liar. He's been taking himself too serious.
Far too fucking long. That's right.
For a really long time.
And one of the reasons why I have been inspired.
Street Dentistry.
Street Dentistry. Fantastic album.
Best album. I owned it.
He owned it.
I was a fan.
Could have checked it out from the library. It was actually in the library for a while.
No, I got it for free at the studio.
I'm sure you did, because I still have free copies if you'd like to see.
I think you dropped off like 15 to the studio, and I'm like, I'll take 2 of those.
Yep, exactly. So this gentleman right here is the reason why I have a podcast. Thought about it for a long time.
Don't blame me for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely blaming you for my lack of time with my family. Thank you. Well, let's give him a little background. I mean, we crossed paths. We've played in separate bands on the same bill. We've played in the same band briefly.
You played on bills with some of the guys I play with now.
Yep, exactly.
And you still have flyers from.
I know.
I was like,
in my scrapbook.
I was like, I'm doing a gig with Nathan Witt. You're like, I got a flyer of that.
Fucking A, I played with Nathan Witt. That's crazy. So
it took us 9 years to make his last record.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Check it out on iTunes.
Check it out on iTunes. Plug. Hashtag. Shout out Nathan Witt, man.
I love that.
So you have, you're a hell of a bass player. You're a producer. You are working on international stuff. I'm just going to totally inflate your fucking head here for a second. You have a very hyper successful podcast in the age where everyone wants a hyper successful podcast.
Yeah.
So
we've been very lucky on that part.
Absolutely. Knowing you, I definitely attribute it to luck.
There's no skill.
No, I will definitely give you credit. You have.
I applied for the broadcasting school.
Did you really?
I didn't make it.
You did. That's bullshit. If
you're underqualified.
That's bullshit.
I said, but I thought you guys were here to teach me what to do, and they go, we can't teach. We can't teach stupid.
You're not teachable. No. Yeah. So you're a producer. You produce the show. You do a number of things. Without going too far into the standard, like, how'd you get started? The real questions that I'm interested in are like, you ever get like really depressed about talking about horrific fucking murders every week?
Yeah.
Does it ever like start to seep into like what you do and how you look at stuff?
Well, a couple things have been happening lately because some of these cases, we've had, I think, twice on the show where we had to stop because somebody was tearing up.
Yeah.
We just covered the Casey Anthony case a couple months ago, and Casey Anthony's father went to commit suicide, and he wrote a suicide note. So the co-host Nick read the suicide note.
Oh God.
Well, Nick is he's still pretty young. He's 38, or he's going to be 38, but he's a grandpa. So he's a pretty young grandpa. But he's reading the suicide note from a grandfather.
From the same perspective, right?
And he's just like halfway through the thing and just gets choked up.
Oh man.
And I wasn't in that headspace. I was having a good day.
See, that's exactly what I'm.
No.
Okay, so on the Vulgar Parenting Podcast, we have the Vulgar Parent of the Week, right? And we get a lot of submissions,
For Casey Anthony.
and a lot of them are like, they're just not funny. Like, there's no angle. It's
Right.
like, no, this is just fucking depressing. Like, this, it's just sad. Like, there is no, angle to take that makes it entertaining. It's
Right.
just straight up depressing. And that's when I thought, I was like, man, Captain's over here, like, talking about straight murder, like
Yeah.
some like grisly stuff that like we've had to like kind of pull back and be like, this isn't gonna make the cut.
Right.
We can't talk about this on the air.
Well, and I mean, obviously our show is a true crime show, so that's what we do.
Right. Sure.
And, to get into how we got started on it, we'd always sit around and talk in his garage, in Nick's garage. And then so when we both decided we're going to start a podcast, we're like, okay, well, let's get together and just see if we can do one. But let's pick a overall topic.
Yeah. Are we interesting?
Yeah, and we'd talk for, 2 to 4 hours, just
On the mic, just taping it?
no, just sit in his garage,
Okay.
crack a beer, just like
Yeah,
me and you would do. We would talk for 2 hours
Sure.
on the phone, no problem.
Easily.
And so, but then it comes down to what topic, because you need to have some kind of a niche.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what he's been fascinated with since he was in elementary school was true crime, and we've always talked about it on some level. And in a 2-hour conversation or a 3-hour conversation, there's going to be a true crime case brought up. But when he said, "Oh well, we'll have a true crime podcast," I was like, I mean, I didn't think we'd do more than 2 episodes. So I was like,
and
like,
how many have you done now?
130 something. So maybe 140. I mean,
I don't think this is gonna work.
But the thing was like, I think it was probably the 8th or 9th episode. I mean, I was getting so much hate mail that. I mean, so you're dealing with your own depression. You're dealing with a divorce.
You're
and-
dealing with a negative subject
Yes.
each week, murder, and then you're getting negative.
And then you got people calling you an idiot, and you're going, "Oh, this is great." And so there's been times where I've just told him, like, I'm just, sometimes people go, "You didn't talk much on this episode." Well, I might not have known much about the case because I just told him I can't do it this
Yeah,
week.
it's too much. It's
This
too
week
dark.
I'm too much.
Yeah.
And there's probably like 2 or 3 cases that we've covered that probably pop into my brain every other day.
Yeah.
And that's strange.
Yeah, that's
Or like when somebody says to me,
not good.
my kid is 8, I just all of a sudden, like every 8-year-old victim that we covered, I'm recycling their names in my head.
Yeah, see, this is exactly
And
why I
then-
couldn't
yeah.
I could not do your podcast.
But I grew up with a detective as a father, so I saw him deal with that too.
Yeah.
So that's been interesting because I mean he retired when I was in high school, or right when I went into college he retired, but he never talked about his job. And one day, this is no lie, one day I get home, it's pretty late, all the lights are off, and maybe there's like a candle like flickering or something, and my dad's drunk at the kitchen table, which he never drank around me. I've seen my dad, well now I've seen him drunk a bunch, but before
as
he
a kid, he was doing his
Right,
due diligence and not getting wasted around the kid.
yeah, and we
Good-
never,
good.
like,
Shout out, Dad.
yeah, Skipper is his name, Captain and the Skipper.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
No, his real name's Skip. So, well, his nickname is Skip. But if you call him by his real name, he gets so angry. He's like, Gilbert.
Oh yeah.
What a bad name.
Shout out, Gilbert.
Yeah,
Don't
Gilbert.
kill me for saying that.
He'd be like, no, it's Skip. But no, he's just sitting at the table and he's just like muttering stuff. Like she was stabbed 40 times.
Oh God.
And I saw it all. And this guy killed himself. And I was
Oh
just like,
God.
what is going on? Just some of the, I knew about some of the cases because, growing up in a small town just outside of Columbus, every case. I mean, so you find out that your buddy's father committed suicide. and your dad hasn't been home in 3 days. You start putting together the connections.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he's doing. He's working on a suicide case because they have to investigate it as if it's not a suicide. And on top of that, he knows the guy.
So now that you've done, 100 and so podcasts, and you've had a chance to sort of take a step back and see the body of work, and now really think about, from your point of view, you have walked in like the footsteps of a detective. How does knowing now what all goes into these cases, do you see your father in a different way than you did before?
No. I mean, I think I understand that it weighs on him more. I mean, he would not watch Jurassic Park when I was a kid. There's blood. It's just like, I don't got time for this. And he never watched detective shows or police shows
Because he lived it.
Yeah, and he's just if there was a funny movie on, he always wanted to watch the funny movie. He didn't want to watch the serious movie.
Yeah.
And I became a banker. A lot of our listeners know because I always talk about my old jobs, but I was a banker for a long time, and my dad's super into financing now. So I mean, the majority of my conversations with my father
Our finance
about
related.
finance
That's
stuff.
Funny. That's funny.
My joke with him, and he'll never hear the show, so I can tell it. But
I hope he does one day. Skip, I hope you're listening, brother. One day.
I know all his. I mean, he'll be on the phone. He'll be on the golf course.
Yeah.
I'm on tee number 9. I'll call you back when I'm done. And I go, okay, good. And I normally drop a financial question right then, and he'll either stay on the phone for another 5-10 minutes, or he'll call you right when he's done. And it's like anything you ask him financial, he's really interested in. But as far as like,
Does he listen to the show?
He's listened to a couple of them, but we've gave him a couple case files to look at to see if we're missing something or.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
really fucking cool.
And probably the first 20 episodes, I'd call him and go, "Hey, we got a missing person," and I'd just run by a bunch of theories.
Yeah.
And
so it's like you have like a resident expert.
Yeah, but the thing is like, I think he, once he realized that the show was as much about entertainment, there's an entertainment value.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And once he realized that, then he kind of eased up because he would tell us, because I came up with a couple theories that have never been presented in some of the cases, and he would say, "Well, you need to contact the lead detective and let."
It's like,
and I go,
"No, I don't."
And I go, "Dad, these guys don't want to hear from me."
Yeah, it's a fucking podcast, Dad.
It's just there's an entertainment there. But he's hopeful that maybe we get on a case sometime that we do something. Like we just covered America's Most Wanted, like the top 10 most wanted FBI.
Yeah.
And like 2 days later, one of the guys that we talked about on the list was captured. Now we didn't have anything to do with it, but it's kind of weird that the universe works that way. Like, gotcha.
So tell me is there anything you can share? Like, what's next for the captain? Like, what do you have on deck?
Well, I'm going to get married.
Bullshit.
Pop out a couple of kids.
I don't believe you.
A couple, I'm going to have to call them something. The captain. Or I've always wanted to call my kids thing 1 and thing 2.
First mate.
First mate, second mate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just started doing a bunch more production for film.
Nice.
So that's been my big thing. I just did a bunch of audio edits for the ARIA Awards, which was that was like the Grammy Awards over in Australia. So that was probably the biggest thing I did, ever. It was horrible pay. But man, it sounds so good.
Nice.
Like I did the Grammy Awards over in Australia.
That's awesome.
So I don't know what's next. Maybe we'll do a show.
We should do a show. Hey, give them that plug though. Where can they find you at?
Let's see. Instagram, you can find, if you just want to look for me, at Captain Fat Hands.
At Captain Fat Hands, one of the finest Instagram handles on the net.
It's the best one. It's just a bunch of post-workout selfies. Because
there you go.
What else am I going to take pictures of?
You got to sell that face, baby. You're single, so you can't hate you for it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of haters that hated me when they thought I was stupid, and now they hate me when they go.
Good. Just means you're doing something right.
I guess.
Should love them haters.
I guess. Oh, but
that's when we knew we were doing something right. Like Ocean Ghost, everyone on like Omni Mix and all the hip hop,
they hated you.
Here. Oh fuck yeah, they hated everything. We
yeah,
were
but maybe
about.
You just sucked.
No, that's
you know
not the issue.
No, it's like OAR, right? That band OAR.
Yeah.
Of a Revolution. Yeah. Nice guys, super great guys, but their early stuff, their music was dog shit.
Sure.
So I mean, yeah, everybody hated on them, but rightfully so, right? Because it was dog shit music. But they wrote better songs. Like it got better.
I like it. I kind of like the hate now.
You like people hating on you?
Fuck yeah, I do. I kind of revel in it.
I try not to pay attention to it. I realize that
you're like a public figure now.
Yeah, but all that stuff is fictitious. It's just fictitious.
Sure.
It's not actual real life stuff. I mean, if I post a picture and I get 1,000 likes, like nothing changed. Like if I just post a picture and I put down my phone and I don't look and see any likes.
You don't go back for that
nothing,
for all the gratification.
Nothing changed. It's not like somebody put $5 in my pocket.
Well, sometimes it is.
It's not like somebody walked by and goosed me and said good game. Nothing happened.
It's like a digital goose though.
I think if you let that be an ego boost, then you got to let the hater stuff be a ego downer.
You're looking for that balance. I appreciate that.
I just don't pay attention to it. I don't think it. The best.
You don't have to lie. You do pay attention to it a little bit.
I used to. Well, I don't anymore. But the funny thing now is when if I read somebody saying how hot I am, it like there's no like pulse up.
So you don't have crests or valleys off this stuff anymore?
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
But the other thing I think people don't realize is, sometimes somebody will talk a lot of shit about me.
Yeah.
And then like all the listeners jump.
They jump on there.
And they start like, how dare you?
Don't fuck with the cup.
But there's sometimes that I'm like reading the guys like shit talk and like he's just trying to be over the top and he's stupid and he's this. But sometimes it's like, oh, well, that's a good critique there.
It's actually really true.
You know what I mean? Like, that makes a little sense. Maybe I should do that more.
Yeah. All right. Well, Captain, thank you so much. From the True Crime Garage podcast, this has been It's Story Time. Thanks, buddy. Shout him out.
Thanks, Captain Crunch.
Captain.
Thanks,
Captain
Cap.
Crunch.
Thank you.
Captain
I don't think
Morgan.
you're as bad as all your reviewers.
Oh, dude, I know, dude. He gets
Ooh,
crushed.
Massage it in there.
Captain gets crushed on them iTunes reviews.
Yeah.
Hey, you're just gonna hate. You know why they talking bad about you? Because you just got like 300,000 downloads last week. They hate you because they ain't you.
Sure. I mean,
Or maybe they're right.
we would prefer just like positive, constructive reviews on our page. So just even if you don't like it, just give 5 stars out of pity. Like pity's 5 stars.
I'm telling them, man. Hey, if you 5 stars, you say whatever you want. You could tell us we're the worst shit to ever hit the podcast, quote unquote, airwaves.
You're reading
and I'll
those
be like,
ones.
yep,
I'll read positive
I'm reading
ones.
it. I'm reading. Hey, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star.
Yeah.
Give me that
But
5
we're
star, I'll
only
read it all
reading
day.
it if they're 5 star. If they're 1 stars, we're not reading them, correct?
Yeah, if you give us a 1 star, you know what? I don't even care, man.
No, 5 stars only.
Yeah, obviously 5
Say
stars. only.
shitty things, but give us 5 stars at least.
Absolutely. Well, it's my favorite part of the week.
You are the Vulgar Parent of the Week.
Ever think you're a bad parent? Well, don't get so darn down on yourself, because these next 3 parents will make you feel like Mr. and Mrs. Brady. And I'm not talking about Tom and Giselle, I'm talking about the Brady Bunch. The Vulgar Parent of the Week is brought to you by our friends at Technically Speaking, the fantastic tech and consumer review DIY vlog available now on YouTube. Technically Speaking's YouTube channel is brought to you by Peachy and Greg, 2 tech guys in constant competition to be the bigger tech nerd. They do consumer electronics reviews, live shows, how-tos, DIYs, vlogs, you name it, they do it. Honestly, they make some stellar content. If you're a Google person, if you're a tech person, a Bluetooth person, you got any of that kind of stuff, check them out. Check out Technically Speaking on YouTube today. All right. Here's this week's nominees. First up, baby driver. A Louisiana father was arrested while driving his wife to the hospital to deliver a baby. Comes to us from Alexandria, Louisiana. A father was arrested for reckless driving while on the way to the hospital for the birth of their child. They drop a quote right out of the gate from the mom, right? Bridget Evans, the new mother, said, quote, "No mother should have to experience that." That was my female voice. Bridget said it would have been the happiest day of her life, but instead it turned into a nightmare. Bridget went into labor 7 weeks early, and her husband, Zach, immediately began driving her to the hospital for the delivery. He was clocked doing 108 in a 55 while driving on the shoulder of the road. Whoa, hey, guy. Okay.
Well, and like,
Jesus.
like you read it until you get to that point and you feel bad. Like you feel bad for them. The
I
situation,
know, because they
like,
leave with that quote, and you're like,
No,
"Oh,
like-
this is terrible."
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
absolutely.
I've
Like-
seen the movies where they're just trying to rush to the hospital,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. And if you're doing, and I feel like if you're, if you're on the freeway, or what they say it was 55. So if you're in 55, you're doing like a 70, you get pulled over. I feel like you can, cool, whatever. Like,
But dude,
I'm in labor. Like,
dude, you shouldn't be
we're
driving
7 weeks,
108
almost 2 months premature. Like,
miles
it
an
makes
hour
sense.
on the shoulder. There's always shit on the shoulder
safety.
that you should not be hitting
Yeah.
with your wife giving birth in the back of your car. You're driving 108 miles an hour.
Does this
on
count
the
as a
burn.
vulgar parent since he technically wasn't a parent yet at the time?
Yeah, listen, you a parent at conception.
Oh, okay. Very pro-life.
Just kidding. Maybe I'm not, but we're not going to touch that on this podcast. All right, so
I say respect game and put that pedal down, baby.
you like
I'm
hell
going.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got.
You're going 108.
Personally, I feel like this is an opportunity because if I get pulled over, there's a good chance he's letting me go. So I'm smashing it.
But they did it. They took him to jail.
Well, because according to the report, he got pulled over, right?
Yeah.
And quote, the police chief Heath Landry was quoted as saying, "From my understanding, Mr. Evans was very irate, threatening to get everyone threatening to get everyone, okay, whatever that
Yeah.
is, if he missed his wife's pregnancy." He
Well, his wife's
so-
in the back seat, so
he's
he ain't
flipping
missing
out.
shit right,
Right,
now.
So
Right, he's
apparently
flipping out.
he flipped.
Yeah.
He
That's
flipped
why
his
he
shit.
was arrested.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, they're like, okay, well, why don't you follow us? And they would have given him an escort at the 70 mile an hour. Like
No,
we're
for
gonna go
sure.
a little bit faster than that, but I go for it, bro. Do it.
So all the officer did, he still didn't take him to jail. He wrote citations, but he still, because he got pulled over, he was still late. Ugh,
Yeah.
way to get arrested.
Wait,
dude.
was the mother in the car while he
Yeah.
was doing this? Okay, and then an ambulance came
and
the
took
mother.
her, and then
What kind of
they rushed him
citations
there.
are they
They
writing?
write him up. They wrote him a ticket, apparently.
Yeah, but doesn't it take a while for that baby to slide out? I've never.
I don't
part
know,
of this.
dude. Sometimes, bam.
Yeah, it can just
It
happen.
could have been there. Well, it never stated whether or not he already had kids or not, so it could have been her 5th kid.
True.
And they just get quicker.
Just slides right out.
All right, giving him road competition. Mother arrested for street racing with an unrestrained toddler. Passenger says speed hit 120 miles per hour. This is in Dallas, Texas. A mother's in jail after
Go
police
Cowboys.
said she crashed during a street race. Her 13-month-old son was unrestrained and in the back seat. Police say 19-year-old Kira Beatty was going about 120 miles per hour early Sunday when she clipped a pole, spun out of control, and crashed on the highway. There were 3 passengers and her young son. A passenger who was holding the child in the back seat was minor injuries. Somehow they all got away from it
Yeah.
without
I
injury.
feel like you hit a pole at 120. Shit's going down.
I think the critical part is that the passenger says speeds hit 120. They probably just found her wrecked. And
Yeah.
she was doing 125 miles. I'm like, first off, check your crew. Who's snitching on you by taking it from like being just a wreck, like that's bad enough, and you don't have
Yeah.
a car seat and you have a kid. All this bad shit's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
Let's throw in reckless op too, just for good measure.
You might as well.
Like, shut up, Bobby. Sit the fuck down in the back. Like, why
Well,
the fuck are you snitching?
in the
a
news-
passenger snitched you out?
In a news article, it shows the car and why are you racing a 98 Crown Vic?
Ooh, a Crown Vic though. That's
Yeah.
a cop car. That thing probably cooks. You know, it's got a V10 in it.
I feel like it's not the car that I'm like trying to race people in though.
Bro, 90s Crown Vic. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's
I've been in a
right.
car that my dude Steve, he fucking power braked his Crown Vic on West 8th one years ago, and it fucking spilled the whole street. It looked like it was London fog, like it was Scotland Yard or whatever. He just burned for like a minute.
I'm just saying
Cops
that's not
got called.
the.
It
If
was
I'm
real
racing
bad.
somebody, that's not the car I'm doing it in.
Shout out to the Kiera Beatty.
Yeah.
God damn, she's only 19. You can't hate on her that much.
And like, why don't you like? If you're gonna race with your kid in the car, why don't you have a car seat? Like, your friends holding onto your kid as you're doing a $120 down the road. Like,
just put her under your arm.
hold on.
Like a
Yeah.
loaf of bread. Just throw on the back.
Not the best parent.
All right, listen, I was really hoping for our third nominee to also be car related, but this one was just way too good. Shockingly, it comes to us from Florida. From the Palm Beach Post, Florida parent arrested for pointing a loaded gun at a teacher. A Port St. Lucie parent was arrested Sunday after he pointed a loaded gun at Grace Christian Academy self-defense instructor and told him, quote, "Martial arts are crap."
I appreciate him being so polite.
Quote, "Bang, you're dead. No way you could have got me before I pulled it out."
Pulled what out?
This gun, he pulled a gun on this dude.
This isn't a Metallica concert.
George Meyer, I
This
know,
is a
dude.
school.
Yeah,
Come on
man,
now.
save that for these metal shows, okay? That's uncalled for here in this school, right? He said George Mayer, 61, whose child is a student at the school, was attending an open house when he overheard the defense instructor telling someone that a gun is not always the best choice for self-defense since it can be easily taken away. Meyer then pulled out his semi-automatic handgun and pointed at the instructor, saying, "It's locked and loaded," according to a police report. Witnesses said parents and children were between Meyer and the instructor when he pointed the loaded gun. Oh my God.
This is what I have to say.
Boss move. Boss move.
One thing about the Vulgar Parenting Podcast, power moves always get respect.
Power moves always get respect.
Yeah, and this is a power move. And I feel like he's got a point. Like, if you sit there and say you're gonna go fight this guy, one of you gets a gun. Who do you want to have the gun? Like, I'm gonna pick me 100 times out of 100.
I definitely think he's right. It's just the method of the message.
Correct.
Might
No,
not have
absolutely.
been the most appropriate at
And-
the time.
And I feel like that's something you teach your kid at home behind closed doors. You know, listen, I know he says don't use a gun, but always pull your gun out if you have a gun. Like, you don't actually do it there in front of everybody. You silently like nudge the kid and be like, "Don't listen to this dude. He doesn't know what he's talking about."
So apparently earlier in the evening, this guy Meyer and the instructor, who is also their PE teacher, he told him that martial arts are crap and that he would kill him.
Well,
Welcome
mean,
to
I
the
don't know
welcome to the open house, Mr.
right.
Myers.
I don't know.
You're gonna have to
if-
leave your can outside.
Yeah, I don't know if martial arts are crap, but I mean, yeah, you definitely would have killed him.
Oh yeah, he would have killed
Yeah.
him. I love how you guys are really worried about the accuracy of his fucking argument. You put a gun on
At
the
an open
PE
house.
teacher at an open house.
With kids and parents.
Well, yeah, he's
Yep.
a fucking idiot.
Guess
but-
what? I'm right and you're dead.
Right. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
There's
It goes back to what the fuck you think was going to pop off? Why did you need a gun?
there is
What was about to happen? Some 8-year-old's going to whoop your ass in jiu-jitsu or something?
there's no better
You've seen all the school shootings. You never know when like shit's about to go down.
yeah,
You're
'cause
in Florida.
I want this crazy fucker guarding my
well,
kids.
no, but in Florida, like every week we have a vulgar parent from Florida. It seems like
Oh,
you
yeah,
never
dude.
know what's going to go down. And
For sure.
I feel like when he took his gun to school, he wasn't expecting to be the vulgar parent. I think he was expecting to stop the vulgar parent.
Wow.
But he's a shit parent, so
he is a shit parent.
He's
Yeah.
a shit parent.
I think there's no worse example of American laziness than the guy who's 61 and out of shape who's like,
Bang,
fuck
you're
no,
dead.
fuck Taekwondo,
Yeah.
check out this gun.
Bang, you're dead.
I mean, in his picture, looks like a guy that he drove his truck with the big smokestacks out the back.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm profiling this dude.
Real hard.
This dude walks up, he got a gun on him.
Yeah.
All right. So here's our three nominees. First up is the baby driver, right?
Yep.
Next one was the Fast and Furious family that flipped their car at 120.
Yeah.
And the dad that said that guns are better. Choops, who you got?
As much as I love the Fast and Furious, I think there's 8 of them, and those are my 8 favorite movies of all time.
What?
You didn't know I'm a huge Fast and Furious?
Bullshit.
I worship Vin Diesel's entire catalog.
Okay, first off,
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh
I've
my
never
God,
seen
dude.
them.
Oh my God. I was like, I don't know if we can have a podcast anymore.
Yeah.
as soon
No,
as you
I'm
said,
just kidding.
I worship his whole catalog.
I worship his whole catalog.
Yeah. No, I think that there's one choice for me, and this is the family man that does not like martial arts. I'm going with the gun dad.
Gun dad. Miller, who you got for this week's Vulgar Parent of the Week?
Gun Dad's just a retard.
God damn, are you okay? Please don't vote Gun Dad.
Oh,
Okay,
not
thank
voting
you. I was
Gun
going
Dad.
3 weeks in a row. Y'all just pick the winner, and then my vote doesn't count. I swear to God, that was what was about to happen.
You know,
you guys got me.
you're the one
Trigger
that
happy.
you are the one that is leading this conversation, and
I could
you
just vote first. You're right.
Yeah,
Right.
Again, I
it's
keep
your
deferring
fucking
to
fault.
you assholes. Like, why do I keep deferring to you?
That's also
dickheads?
why, like, for the first 5 or 6
programmed.
episodes, you never plugged yourself in anything. It was all about us.
That's right. I'm a giver, y'all.
Yeah.
Listen,
Hey, y'all know
Listen.
new Scotty. All right,
Gun-
Miller, come on,
Gun-
Millennial Miller.
right? No, Gun Dad, you're just a retard, so you're off the list. I'm going 120, just because it's over 108.
You're going.
I respect that.
Oh, you're going with the Fast and Furious
Fast and
family
Furious.
because 120 is faster than 108.
Damn straight.
I
You
like
win.
that a lot.
You win, all right?
Right.
I
respect
like that a lot. Well, I'm gonna go with the mom because she's 19. I'm agreeing the Fast and Furious family because I thought the first dude was an idiot and the third dude was an idiot. They're both idiots. She, I don't know. Maybe she really had to be somewhere. Maybe someone snitched on her and she
Yeah.
wasn't actually going 120. Could have been
Possibility.
framed by a shitty family member, maybe a drunk uncle. So, congratulations.
Like Keisha.
You are the Vulgar Parent of the Week.
Oh, congratulations. Big day for you. I hope that the news of this podcast reaches you and it offers you some consolation for your pending legal charges. All right. Guys, it's been real. Been a long show. I love it. It's okay if we go a little longer for 10, right?
Yeah,
It's the 10th episode. Can y'all believe it?
Yeah.
We actually did this 10 weeks in a row.
I'm surprised we made it this far. I'm not gonna lie. When you
yeah, not gonna
when you
lie.
proposed this to me, I figured we'd do it for 2 weeks and quit.
No. There's no quitting this dog. Unless it's cigarettes, I actually quit that.
this is something he and I talked about for a long time.
Yeah.
Finally did it.
So what do you think that we're good at? Because here we are, 10th episode. We'll tell me what you like, real quick.
Commitment.
Commitment?
Commitment.
He has
I don't
no
know.
idea.
You caught me off guard on that one.
Dude, I catch off guard too much on the show.
I think that I like that. It's a fun thing to do. We have fun. I think it's
Fun.
fun, and I think
Commitment.
it's fun for the listeners. I've had positive feedback about that. That we make people laugh.
Thank y'all for listening. 10th episode. It's time that we wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap It Up is brought to you by CondomDepot.com. Fellas, I realize that some of you are as afraid of snakes as you are of condoms. But if you're not yet ready to be another vulgar parent, visit CondomDepot.com for a great selection at affordable prices, plus free and discreet shipping. That's CondomDepot.com. All right, we're going to wrap it up with a little teaser. We got a little preview.
This is a new type of wrap it up.
Yeah, it's a new type.
Yeah.
Really, it could be anything because it's just the end of the show, and I'm shocked if
I mean,
anyone's
usually
still
it's
fucking listening by this far into the
We
podcast.
quit.
Literally, thank God Condom Depot shelled out all those advertising dollars for this
Yeah.
segment. So over the weekend, I got old, and
Big 3-9.
big 3-9. So
You held it together better than I thought you would. I'm not gonna lie,
yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to reel it in here before I hit 40. So I got to hit my prime game here, y'all.
because I've seen other birthdays that did not go as well.
I saw your birthday 2 months ago that did terrible.
I was up to 4:30.
I actually
Fell asleep at the bar.
over exaggerated. It was only 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I can tie one on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I did keep it together. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for listening. Anyway, so I was having a conversation with my mother. Love you, Deb. DeborahGaskillNovels.com. Check out her fine books in ebook and paper book format. All right. Anyway, I'm talking to Mom about these DNA kits, right? You guys check these out or what?
Yeah.
So we're having a conversation, and I'm like, yeah, I think I want to get this DNA kit from Ancestry.com. And I was just, we were just bullshitting about it. We were talking about it. I didn't actually think I was going to spend money on it because, first off, the entry-level kit's $100. I got other things I'm spending $100
Yeah.
on. I'm not really that curious.
Yeah.
So, what does Mama do? She rolls through, hits it up.
Birthday.
Bam. Birthday.
Birthday.
Open it up. I got the 23andMe Health and Ancestry Saliva Collection Kit. And the front reads, "Welcome to you." Oh, hey.
We're going to discover you today.
Oh, this is
Whoa.
me. So
Wait,
I take. Here we
did
go.
I have a doll made of me?
Yeah, no.
Welcome to you.
Welcome to the future. You can fuck your robot self.
Why is there postage on the
No.
inside of it?
So I'm opening this up, okay? And on the back
Yeah.
it says, "Learn what your DNA says about you. Register
Okay.
your kit, spit in this tube, and then discover." You can download the app at the App Store.
There's an app for this?
Oh, dude, I can't
an
even
app
handle
for
how
everything.
real this is. Hold it
Okay.
together, Miller.
Yeah.
We'll get you home on time. It says, "Hi, let's get started." Oh, look, it's a card. Tell me what the card reads, Miller. Read it in your best Hallmark voice.
We are excited for you to begin this journey.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
That's all it says?
That's all it says.
That's you're a liar. You just didn't want to read. All right, so basically,
that.
I have
I read it.
it said a lot more than that.
A little bit.
He's just being lazy. All right, so I go to the website, right? 23andme.com, right? So this thing, the 23andMe kit with, it does ancestry and DNA, right? So first off, it lets you know how your genetics can influence your risk for certain diseases. So, all right, first off, let's take some bets, y'all. All right? Fucking A. Genetic health risks. What you got? What do you think I'm genetically... Because y'all have already seen the first 40 years, so you kind of got a little cheat sheet here, and y'all have seen me.
You're older than the both of us, so we were not around for this whole thing.
Yeah, but you now see me at 39, right?
Correct.
Right.
So you don't have to just, it's not like,
We're guessing blind
rando.
here.
Like,
Right.
you're not guessing blind. Exactly. All right.
Right.
Health risks. What do you think I'm going to die of?
Ebola.
Okay, African viruses. Yep, go to Africa a lot. Get tattooed in Africa, too.
Yeah.
That prevents you from donating blood to the Red
But that
Cross, by
doesn't-
the way. If you ever
What?
don't want to...
Africa tattoos?
Yeah, say you got a
Or-
tattoo in Africa. Not of, in. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
So
out,
what do you got?
Choops.
So what do you got? You're really picking Ebola? That's not genetic. Ebola's not genetic.
Oh, genetic.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's got to be genetic. Like, that's something you get.
not been listening to this
Well,
entire
or-
segment. He's like, oh, it's
Or your
genetic?
genetics aren't, like, immune. Like,
It's called
you're
genetic
immune
health
to-
risks.
You're
right
not immune to Ebola. Because there's certain people that, like, get Ebola and it doesn't kill them.
there. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So your immune system is not strong enough to fight off the Ebola disease.
I love that Choops will argue the most losable argument. Just to fucking argue a losable argument.
Anyway, try it again, Miller.
I'll go with
Genetic health risks. What do you think that I'm going to die of? What I'm most prone to dying of?
Heart attack.
Genetically. Okay, so you're saying heart disease?
No, heart attack.
Well, that's the same shit, right? Heart problems?
Just there's no way
Cardiac
that
arrest.
thing is good.
Yeah, heart. Bad ticker. What do you got?
no, I think it's gonna be like lung.
Ooh, lung disease.
Too much smoking.
Mark it down. All right, there we go. Next up, ancestry. Discover where your DNA is from out of 31 populations worldwide. Ooh, they give you the ancestry composition, Neanderthal, blah, 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 blah. But parts of the world. All
That
right.
you come from.
Okay, so let's say, because I'm probably a mutt. I'm probably a mix of a whole bunch of
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Most people are.
Right. But I'm going to have you guys bet top 3. All right?
Okay.
All right, so top 3. Miller, what do you think would land in the top 3? Like, what's your...
I'd probably say Hungarian.
I love this. So specific. Okay.
Hungarian.
A Hungarian. Okay, good.
Here's the list of the 31 population.
Because I don't think Hungarian
Hold
is
on.
really one of them.
No, European. Well, I mean, there's a mixture of European.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to go with Balkan,
Yeah.
Eastern European,
Okay.
and
The kicker.
the kicker is broadly East Asian and Native American. Because you're little.
Broadly East Asian and Native American. That's two different continents. Give me
That's what it
Asian.
says. I'm going
Give
with
me
it.
Asian and
says
Native American.
Broader Middle Eastern and North African.
You gotta talk about Mike, homie. What?
It says broadly Middle Eastern and North African.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but it does say that.
It's a
That's a real
region.
thing.
That's not what you just said, though. You didn't say North
No.
African.
He said it American.
Yeah, you said East Asian.
You're American.
Okay. Tell him what he just guessed.
He guessed broadly Middle Eastern and North African.
Okay, so that right there. There it is.
Okay.
He ain't switching it. Yep,
Okay.
Nope, that was solid. I'm going with
Yep,
that one.
yep, definitely nailed that. Okay, good.
Um,
Yep, I'm Northern African. Cool.
Oh man,
Chiefs will.
I'll go just because this is funny. Sardinian.
Okay.
Just because it's kind of like a sardine.
Yeah.
You're a fishy man.
I'm a fishy man. And that's a skinny fish, too.
Yeah. Is it?
You never seen a sardine? Skinny as hell. They put
Oh,
them in
yeah.
little tin cans. Scrawny little fuckers like me.
We'll do
They don't get fish in Buffalo.
No. Wait,
Mongolian.
do you guys get fish in Buffalo? Is there water nearby? You got like a
Lake Erie.
You got the other side of Lake Erie?
It's on Lake Erie.
Yeah.
Buffalo's.
Yeah, but I mean, do they?
Yeah,
Are there like fish restaurants?
There's gotta be.
I mean, in theory, and yes, but there's not like fresh catch restaurants and stuff like that.
If Columbus has got it, Buffalo's got it. Anyway,
And then let's do Finnish.
okay. So Finland?
Finnish, Sardinian. Did I say another one?
No,
No.
those two.
We'll go Mongolian. I said
wasn't-
Mongolian.
I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
even-
he did say Mongolian.
There you
Just
go.
because I like the barbecue.
Mongolian.
BDs. Shout out.
All right, excellent. All right, well, we're gonna find out in, I'm sure, way too many weeks.
Yeah.
And when we bring it back, no one will remember that we did this. But
We
here we
will.
go. I'm gonna spit in this cup. I'm gonna fucking send it to 23andMe, and I'm gonna find out what the hell is wrong with me.
But it also talks about your wellness reports. Do we get to talk about that?
Yeah, come on, give me some more.
I think that you have an addictive personality,
Yep,
substance abuse,
yep. What else?
um,
You're nailing it. That's two
Bad
two right
choices?
there. A lot better than your Mongolian
is
guys.
bad choices in the wellness report, like
Decision
listen.
making.
prone to bad decisions.
I think-
Decision making.
I think your wellness report would come back. You're well.
It talks about your reports. Wait a minute. Reports included deep sleep, saturated fat, and weight. Like that doesn't help us out.
No, my weight though.
You are a
Or lack of.
I'm built
Yeah.
like a tweaker. I'm built like a bass head.
yeah. No, I think I think it's just gonna talk. Yeah, I think it's gonna talk about. I don't think it's gonna turn out in your favor. Honestly, I think you should not do it, and I think you'll be a happier person. But that being said,
Because ignorance is bliss.
that's right. But we've already agreed that we are going to send this in. And
Yeah, so here's how it's going to go down. Tell them.
me and Prez next to me are actually going to get the report, not Scotty Boombox, and we are going to open it up and reveal everything he needs to know about himself live on podcast without him knowing anything about it.
Yeah, no, I commit.
100.
When it comes to my house, I swear to God, I'm not going to open it. You will get it sealed,
Yes,
and you will read the results.
on
we'll-
here.
Yeah,
And
we'll
hopefully
find
it's funny. If it's not funny, then
It's
it's
not
probably
going to make the cut.
edited.
Yeah, if it sucks, it's not going to make the cut, and you will never hear this again.
That's right.
Except
Did you
like
ever
one
get anything?
sentence.
It says like another couple weeks according to my tracker.
All right. Well, I just want to, on behalf of the Vulgar Parenting Podcast, thanks for this 10th episode. I want to throw out a final statement. Thanks for listening, you guys. A lot of terrible news this week in Charlottesville, North Carolina, and the disaster of the response from our president. I know a lot of people are shaking the worldview, how they see their communities, how they see their neighbor, the country. We at the Vulgar Parenting Podcast want to remind you and all the fellow parents out there, vulgar or otherwise, teach your children. Teach your children about respect all people. Teach your children about the love for the differences. Teach your children to understand that the world is full of many different people and many different feelings and views on what's right and wrong, and that's fine. Remember to teach them it's okay to have differences, physical or ideological. Just do not teach them hate. Hate is how we got here. Love your kids, love one another, and we'll see you here next week on the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Any final shout-outs, fellas?
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
This has been the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Thank you for listening. Subscribe now on iTunes. Give us that 5-star rating. Like and share the Vulgar Parenting Podcast on Facebook. Follow us online at Vulgar Parenting on both Twitter and Instagram. And check out everything we do at vulgarparenting.com.
Peace.